Everybody, in regards to that question, it is our sincere belief that for CSR to function properly in Nigeria, we need a legislation to strengthen it. Because in Nigeria has a peculiar situation, and I know as a fact that up to 80% of the companies operating in Nigeria don't do CSR. We are not talking about the oil majors. They are very much aware of what CSR is. But we are talking about some other companies who operate in places like Jos Plateau, Enugu State, and Cross River State. These companies are actually in the extractive industry. They do a lot of damage to their host communities, and they leave those communities worse off than when how they met it. This legislation will help in bringing those kind of companies and making them have a rethink about their operations in their host communities. It is actually a necessity here in Nigeria. It is actually to have a legislation, because that legislation will create a lot of awareness. It is not just a company that is operating in let's say in Minna, who is extracting some kind of minerals from the community, might feign ignorance of what CSR is. But when a law is put in place, that law acts as a sensitization and awareness, because the agency that will be saddled with the responsibility of enforcing the provisions of that law will certainly go out to search for companies who breach the provisions of that legislation. So to a large extent, in Nigeria, a legislation is needed. We need to start adhering and carrying out our CSR. And we need a legislation to strengthen and give us the will and the push to do that. Thank you.
Okay, it appears this might be the shortest session, and I know we're standing between you and lunch. We try to do it as effective as possible.